So we have multiple breaking news coming out. Please share this video. Today is March 5th, 2025, and welcome to the Real GS News channel. Guys, before I start, to give this video a big thumbs up, and once again, thank you so much for your support. So we're going to start with this one here. The Red Dragon seems to want to send its military to war against Ukraine to gain experience. Reports are coming out. Red Dragon soldiers are inside Ukraine right now. All right, so we're going to get to that one. I want to show you this one too, guys. Please share the video. European leaders warn that conscription will be necessary as the EU launches an $840 billion program to prepare for war with the bear. $840 billion. That's basically 1 trillion. All right, so we're gonna see what's going on here, guys. Once again, nation against nations are rising in these last end times. We are close to the last days, but we are definitely in the end times. So we're gonna see what's going on here. I'm gonna start with this one first, and then we go with the next one, which is the Red Dragon, sending soldiers to Ukraine. All right, so it says here, if you were drafted, will you willingly go to the fields of Eastern Ukraine? What about your young ones? Again, people that do research, they know that once you're drafted, put on the camouflage and throw in the front, the front field, you don't last for minutes. The most you last is 5 minutes. That's it. 5 minutes. The front line. You only last for 5 minutes. That's it. The biblical war in Ukraine has been an endless grinder that has already claimed hundreds of thousands of the bear lives and more than 1 million Ukrainian lives. Those that are sane want to see if there is a peaceful way out of this mess so that the war can stop. Unfortunately, vast numbers of the other side, the leftists, all over the sleeping giant and in Western Europe have been transformed into rabid pro-war hawks, put it like that are absolutely obsessed with defeating the bear. Man, they really want to defeat them. It goes to tell you how powerful the bear is. It's so, give me a second here, so gigantic mountains of dollars and euros have been poured into this biblical war in Ukraine, but it hasn't worked. They didn't stop the bear, not one scratch. Actually, they made the bear a lot stronger. And the Red Dragon is like, hey, can we send our soldiers out there? So, some experience and stuff. North K, they're sending more soldiers. Donald is like, I'm out of here. So, I'm out of here. I'm not going to be giving you money. It ain't going to happen. So, it says here, the bear are winning. Yes. And so now, European leaders are preparing to take things to the next level. On Tuesday, Ursula unveiled a brand new $840 billion program that would be known as Rearm Europe. Now, the European Commission chief, Ursula, announced on Tuesday that the European Union will free up $840 billion in funding to funnel into defense across the bloc. Interestingly, this new effort was announced just a few hours after Donald paused all U.S. military aid to the Ukrainians. Dubbed Rearm Europe, the remarks from the European Commission leader came hours after Donald suspended all sleeping giant military aid to Ukraine, widening the gulf between Washington and Kiev and contradicting, give me a second here, recent European support for Ukraine. Now, here's the thing, guys. There is a way out of all this. There is a way. Even Vladimir said that he wants to end it. The problem against Zelensky, yesterday he said that he wants to make the deal. He wants to, make the deal with the US mineral deal, right? The rare earth mineral deal. Then today, once again, he had a change of heart. Why does he keep playing these games? Why? This is like the fourth time. You know what? I don't want to do it. And then the next day, you know what? I want to do it. And nah, I don't want to do it. What are you doing here? Why are you doing this? Playing games. He's just trying to piss off the bear. Well, the bear knows about him. The bear's like, look, we tried to talk to him, Donald. We tried to talk to him. He's not serious about this. So again, he's a Pinocchio. He's a puppet. That was again a puppet, a comedian puppet that was put in place by the most powerful ones. So it says here, I do not need to describe the grave nature of the warnings that we face or the devastating consequences that we will have to endure if those warnings will come to pass. Of course, money won't be enough to accomplish what the European leaders have planned. They are going to need warm, as well. As most of you know, elections were just held in Germany, and the group that won is apparently pushing for a rapid reintroduction of compulsory military service. Germany's conservatives, who are set to lead the next generation, on Tuesday argued that the country should quickly reintroduce compulsory military service. So you have Mr. Merz, head of the CDU/CSU bloc that topped last month's election, has argued that in the era of the sleeping giant leader Donald, Europe will have to handle its own security better. Give me a second here. Let me just click on this and... Give me a second here. Okay, so I think we ended in this part here. Let me just open up another window. Let me fix this for you guys. There we go. Okay, so... Geez, Walmart, you got all these insurance stuff going on. So it says here, if I was a young person in Germany right now, I would be extremely concerned. Wow. I would be extremely concerned. A spokesperson for the group that will be headed up the new gov has publicly stated that the first new conscript will have to walk through the barracks gates in 2025. The defense policy spokesman of his center-right alliance, Florian, told the news that Germany's suspension of conscription no longer fits the current threat situation. The first conscript will have to walk through the barracks gate in 2025. This person told the Daily, "We cannot stand by and watch on the world around us becomes more unsafe. This is this year. Excuse me. That is truly apologize, guys. That is this year. Why are they in such a rush? Do they know something that the rest of us do not?" A British military official that once served in one of the top positions in NATO says that the UK must also make plans for conscription. Trying to get a draft now. The draft. A former NATO commander has suggested that Donald's recent remarks on Ukraine could lead to the reintroduction of conscription in the UK. Donald has shocked international leaders by suggesting that Ukraine is responsible for the intensifying conflict with the bear. Adding to the tensions, Sleeping Giant Secretary of Defense Pete announced at a conference in Brussels last week that the sleeping giant focus was shifting away from European security. I am here today to directly and unambiguously express that stark strategic realities prevent the U.S. from being primarily focused on the security of Europe, he declared. These developments have raised concerns about the potential outbreak of WW3, with NATO former Deputy Supreme Allied Commander Europe Richard considering the possibility of conscription returning to the UK. In a recent news, you have Sir Sheriff express his grave concerns. Though many will find it unthinkable, we must be prepared to call up our reservists and make plans for conscription. Donald has left us no other choice. And it says here, is he nuts? Young people in the UK don't want to DIE in Ukraine. Well, end it. Just end it. You guys are so hard-headed. Man, just end it. You know what their excuse is? The bear's going to invade Europe. That's assuming. That's just assuming. They just want to continue these biblical war because they poured too much money and equipment and now they got nothing. It says, for a moment, I would like for you to consider what life is like in the trenches in eastern Ukraine. Imagine standing in extremely cold, muddy water that comes up to your knees. Your teeth are chattering because you can never get warm, and at night the temperature gets way below freezing. You will love to climb out of the trench, but it is your only source of cover. Massive explosion rattle your bones night and day, and there is a constant threat that the bear could advance in your direction. You have seen countless other soldiers get, or have limbs get impacted. And if you, it says here, and you are just praying that you can make it to the next day. Unbelievable. Again, this is what you call biblical war. And this is something that many sleeping giant citizens want to continue. Again, look, I'm not trying to bash nobody here, but sleeping giant citizens, they want us, to continue helping them. This is brutal. Try putting on the camouflage and go to the front line. You're going to come back and say, hey, end it. Just end it, please. End it. End it. It's not good. It's not good. So, and that's not even our problem. That's them. Let them figure it out. Nobody comes to the rescue when we, again, the world doesn't even want to help us because they know the way we are. But again, we take care of our own problems. Why should we take care of the world? Most Westerners that are rapidly pro-biblical war would change their tune very quickly if they had to spend a single hour in those trenches. Personally, I am very thankful that Donald is trying to see if there is a peaceful way to resolve this conflict. On Monday evening, he suspended all shipments of the equipment. Once again, Donald completely suspended and put a pause to that. U.S. equipment deliveries to Ukraine came to an abrupt halt on Monday evening after Donald ordered a pause on all aid to the war-torn country, the Pentagon confirmed on Tuesday. After the order was given, all sleeping giant equipment shipments to Ukraine came to a stop as of 6 p.m. on Monday evening, according to a defense official. Planes carrying supplies en route to Ukraine will have had to turn around, the official said. This was an ultra-aggressive approach, but Ukrainian leader was not being cooperative. So Donald called his bluff. Zelensky understand that the Ukrainians will get routed by the bear without the sleeping giant assistance, and so he was forced to fall in line with what Donald wants. And on Tuesday, Zelensky issued quite a groveling apology. My team and I are ready to work under Donald's strong leadership to get a peace that lasts. We are ready to work fast to end the biblical war. And the first stages could be the release of the prisoner and truce in the sky, ban on missiles, long-range drones, bombs on energy, and other civilian infrastructure, and truce in DC immediately, if the bear will do the same. Then, we want to move very fast through all next stages and to work with the sleeping giant to agree a strong final deal. We do really value how much the sleeping giant has done to help Ukraine maintain its sovereignty and independence, and we remember the moment when things changed when Donald provided Ukraine with javelins. We are grateful for this. Now that Zelensky has seen how far Donald is willing to go, he has decided to sign the mineral deal, and it was expected that Donald would announce this during his speech to Congress on Tuesday night. We're going to skip some of this. But today Zelensky said that he's not going to do it. He had a change of heart again. Now that Zelensky has been forcibly convinced to cooperate, Donald will turn his attention to the bear. Unfortunately, the bear are in no mood to compromise, and they have all the leverage because they are winning the war. I expect that Donald and his team will be quite diplomatic with the bear at first, but when the bear repeatedly refuses to give them what they want, that will change. The Donald administration is envisioning a very large force of European soldiers in Ukraine after a ceasefire is declared. The bear are adamantly against this, and they have repeatedly stated that they will never accept Western forces in Ukraine under any circumstances. In addition, the bear intend to keep every inch of territory that they have already captured, annexed. In fact, according to Newsweek, the bear actually want Ukraine to concede major cities that the Ukrainians currently control. Donald has suggested that both the bear and Ukraine must make concession in the war. Kiev has rejected any idea of ceding territory to Moscow, while Vladimir has demanded that Ukraine give up its aspiration of joining the NATO military alliance and cede its Luhansk, Donetsk, Kherson, and Zaporizhia regions. I'm going to skip some of this part here, guys. A lot of stuff here I'm going to skip because we already know a lot of this stuff here. Yeah, I'm just going to skip the rest of this here, guys. I do have the next article. I don't want this to go to, and we almost done with this one here, man. But I'm just going to leave the rest of it. But again, you see the picture here. There's no peace going on. There's no agreements going on. There's basically nothing going on. And then you have Zelensky that he just changed the heart. You know how many times he kind of, offered the mineral deals, and the fourth time he denied it. I think the fourth time, if I'm not mistaken. So he keep playing games, and Donald just fed up with him. Now we're going to go with this one here. The Red Dragon seems to want to send its military to war against Ukraine to gain experience. Reports are coming out that the Red Dragon soldiers are out there. So the Red Dragon is reportedly negotiating with the bear regarding the participation of its military in the war against Ukraine on the bear side, following North K example. This was reported by the Center for National Resistance. According to its data, the Red Dragon aims to gain combat experience in the temporarily occupied territory of Ukraine in this regard. They are looking at North K example. Yeah, but the problem is it's kind of risky. North K lost a lot of soldiers. The center also adds that the Red Dragon envoys have been repeatedly spotted in the occupied territory. Moreover, A recent video circulating on social media shows the Red Dragon mercenary serving in the Bear Army in the Donetsk region. Wow. In the footage, the Red Dragon soldiers can be seen drawing what? Hero, I don't know what that is, on the walls inside the building. It is worth noting that back in October 2024, Ukrainian leader Zelensky stated that he had received information about the bear preparing 2 units of the North K soldier, each consisting of 6,000 personnel. As of January, Zelensky reported that 4,000 North K military personnel had already been neutralized in recent Kursk region. Now, Ukrainian soldiers say that North K troops refused to surrender. Instead, they either retrieve their fallen comrades or commit. You guys know the rest of that. If they avoid capture. Now, they also do not take Ukrainian soldiers as prisoners. Those who attempted to surrender, executed. The bear is trying to conceal North K involvement in the fighting, according to Ukrainian Special Operation Forces. Official documents list them as Tuvans, and Zelensky also mentioned cases when faces were beyond recognition to prevent identification of the body. Man, that's brutal. All right, guys, so this is where we at right now. This is where we at. And it seems like pretty soon there might be a draft. European leaders warn that conscription will be necessary as the EU launches an $840 billion program to prepare for biblical war with the bear. All right, guys, I'm gonna end it here. And I want to thank every single one of you for, again, watching the video, subscribing. Thank you so much. Look at the very end, guys. Again, I'm just a watchman, just sounding the alarm here. All this is related to Bible prophecy. Wars has been going on since the very beginning. And it's not pretty, and a lot of widows out there, and numbers are going up. We need to pray that these wars end. We do. There is a lot of war hawks, antichrist spirits out there, and we pray that all this ends, because a lot of these men, they want to be with their wives and they want to be with their young ones, but there are some people out there that want to continue these biblical wars, and they're gonna have to answer to God. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. For those of you that want to send us letters or prayer request, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Once again, guys, $1 a month Patreon. We get you access to our live stream every Monday. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put your faith and trust in Jesus Christ, for He's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father except through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.